Hello guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Any likes and comments from your side will be truly appreciated. In this video I would like to show you some Linux basics commands that everybody must know. So let's go. The first one is pwd. This command shows us where we are right now. Suppose that you have a configuration file and you want to give any path of any file in this configuration, and you want to know the absolute path of that directory of that file and how you can find it with the use of this command. In terminal, this is the terminal of Linux, and here I just type pwd and I press enter. As you see, it says that I am in the home directory of this user. If I change the directory right now and I try to run the command one more time, it will be changed. So let's do it. But how we can change the directory? We can change any directory with the help of cd. We just type cd, and after that we type the name of the directory that we want to go, and then we press enter. You see the directory is now changed and we are in another directory. If I now use the pwd directory one more time, we see what happens. Pwd and press enter. You see that this time it says that we are in this directory and not more in the home directory of the user. So with cd we change the directory, with pwd we can find the path that we are right now in that. The next one is, suppose that you want to make a new directory. How you do it? For that there is a command. I use sudo. I will tell you what sudo is. I just right now use it. Sudo MKDIR. That is the command for creating a new directory, and after that space and the new name for our directory. You can give any name that you want, but the command must be like this: sudo space MKDIR space and the name of the new directory, and I press enter. And now we want to see if it is created or not. So the question is how we can list our files and directories in a directory. For that we have a command. The command is ls and it means list simply. I just type ls and I press enter. You see that I have already some directories, a file here, and that is the new directory that we just here created. So we go to this directory, cd new and dir, and I press enter. You see that we are now in another directory. This new directory is a subdirectory of srv. Good. Now we want to create a new file. So with MKDIR we can create a directory, but we want to know how we can create a file. For that you can use two methods. The first one is touch and the name of the file that you want to create, and after that it is better if you give a format of the file. So we say touch, and that is the name of the name of the file that you want to create. Test, you can give any name you want, and that is the format. You can give any format that you want, and I just press enter. Okay, permission denied. So this time we make it with sudo. So right now we can understand what sudo is. If you want to run any commands with the administrative rights, so you use sudo. Here we didn't use sudo. Deswegen, sorry, it was German. Because of this, we have got this permission denied. It means that only sudo can create a file for us. sudo touch to create the file, and that is the name of the file, and then press enter. And now if we again make a list, you see that we have a new file in txt, in text format. Okay, now we have a file, and we want to edit our file. For editing our file, I use nano. There are other commands, but I think nano is the simplest one. I use nano. So sudo again, nano, N-A-N-O, nano, and the name of the file. What does this command make is, this command opens the file for us, and we can write in the file whatever we want. So I press enter right now, and you see that we are in the file test.txt. Right now we can here do our configuration or write whatever we want. For example, I say welcome to my channel, for example. And after that we want to save this file. How we can do that? We can by pressing Ctrl and X. So we press Ctrl and X together, and here you see that we have a Y option for yes. I type Y and I press enter. The file will be edited. So right now if we open one more time the file, you see the text is already here. Okay, the next command is, for example, we don't need this file anymore and we want to delete it. To delete a file, we have a command, and this command is rm. It means remove. Remove the, and after that we need the name of the file that you want to remove. Sudo remove rm remove test. This is the file, and I press enter. And if I make a list one more time, you see that there is no file there. The next command is ping. Ping is used to test the connection between our machine and a server. For example, we want to know if our machine there is a connection between our machine and a server of Google. For that we type ping, and after that the URL of Google, of this server of Google, and I just press enter. You see the communication is our machine sends packets and gets back the packets. So how we can stop it yet right now? By pressing Ctrl and C. So I just pressed Ctrl and C, and it will be stopped. This process will be stopped, and you see 15 packet is transmitted, 15 received, and everything is okay. There is a connection between our machine and Google. Okay, so now you see that we have so many things here, and our terminal is not clean. We want to clean it. We can do that. For that there is another command, and this command is clear, simply clear. We type clear, and after that press enter, and you see that the terminal will be really cleared. But it does not mean that our file and folders are deleted. Now it just be clear. Okay, we have tested. There is a connection between our machine and the Google server, the .com server of Google. And now we want to download something from this server on our local machine. How we do it? For that there is another command, sudo wget. wget. This command is used to download any file and folder from a website. From a website, from internet, wget, and after that We just type www.google.com and I press enter and we see what happens. You see that something is happened here. Okay, what is that? I make a list. Now we have index.html. Our command sudo wget www.google.com has downloaded this index.html for us, and that is the index.html of the first site of google.com. Okay, now we have downloaded a file and we want to know the size of this file. How we can check it? We have a command do. We type do and after that the name of the file that we want to check and we press enter. Here you see this number 16 kilobyte. It means that this file, the size of this file is 16 kilobyte. And now we have a file and we know the size of that, but we don't know the owner of this file. What is the owner of this file? We can check it also. It is like ls list, but with a small change. For that we type ls and after that space and then minus r, ls minus r, and then the name of the file or the folder that we want to check, and after that we press enter. So okay, it ls minus l and then the name of the file. ls minus r is exactly like ls and it lists the files and the folders for us, but if we want to check the owner of a file or of a directory, we use ls minus l and then the name of the file or the folder that you want to check. So now we have some information here. The first one is this minus. Das minus bedeutet, dass this thing here is a file. It is not a folder. We cannot change the directory to this thing here because it is a file. Minus is a file. The second one, these things here are the permissions of this file. The first one is read, write. Read and write. And here you see root and root. The first one is the user root. It means that the user root is the owner of this index of this file, and the second one is also root, but this one is a group, and that is the group of root. It means that this user and all of the users in this group are the owner of this file. They can read and write the file. And the last one is for others. It means other users, the users other than root and other than the users in this group can only read the file. So with ls minus l, the name of the file or the folder, we can get such information. Okay, now we want to change, for example, we want to change the owner of this file. We don't want that root, that only root or that the root user owns this file. We want that our user owns this file. How we can do it? We have a command sudo ch or change own, change ownership, and after that we select a new user with, we say for example learner, and after that the name of the file. So sudo ch own, change the ownership of this file so that learner will be the owner of that, and I press enter. So we don't see that anything is happened, But if we run this command one more time to check the owner of the file and we press enter, this time you see that the user that owns this file is learner and not more the root. So how with this command change own, you can change the ownership of a file. Okay, this user can now read and write the file, but we want to give him more rights so that the user can also execute the file. For example, how can we do it? With sudo chmod, and after that we give a number. Before you use these numbers, you should discuss it with your administrative in your organization, because for example, if you give so and so and so on, it means that all the users, all the groups, and others also can do whatever they want on this file. And because of the security matters, it is not recommended and it is not true. So you have to patient to that. Okay, now I try another number and index, and I press enter, and we try this command one more time to check the users and the permissions of this file, and I press enter, and this time you see that it is something else. And if we give 700, for example, and I press enter, and one more time, this time you see that read, write, and execute. They can read it, they can write it, they can execute it, and it will be in another color. The file will be in another color. Okay, we make clear here one more time, and the next command is move. So move command, with move command you can do two things. First, you can move a file or a file or a directory also from one directory to another, or you can rename it a file. For example, ls, right now that is our file and that is the name of this file. We want to rename it. Sudo move index, we want to rename this file, and here we give the new name. We say new index dot html, and we press enter. If I make a list now one more time, you see the file is new index.html. So with move you can change the name of a file. The next one is again move, but this time to move a file. Sudo move index new index. We want to move this file from this directory to another directory, srv for example, and I press enter, and if we make a list here, you see there is no file here. So now we want to go to srv and check if our file is there or not. So how we can go back one directory? With the help of cd space dot dot. This command will be used to go back one directory, and I press enter. You see that we are in this directory and not more here. And if we make a list, we can see our file here that we have moved it with this command. So with the help of cd minus and dot dot, you can go one directory back. But with the help of cd space and tilde, that is tilde, if I press that, I will be again in the home directory of this user. So with tilde, you will be always back to the home directory after user. So now suppose that you have a file, but you don't know where you have saved the file, and you will find it. How you can do it? There is a command sudo locate with locate -i. For example, we say config.txt and I press enter. For example, locate -i config.txt. I want to find this file, but I don't know where I have installed, where I have saved it. So with the use of this command, locate -i, the name of the file, I can find the place of that file. Here you see in the home directory of this user there is this file, but there are other files that are similar to this file. But right now we search for this file, so it is here. If I make a list, you see that here is our file. Sometimes it will be difficult to use a command and after that to use the name of the file, so that the file or the directory. For example, you want to change the directory with cd and you want to go to desktop, for example. So desktop is easy and you can type it, but sometimes the name of the directories are a little bit difficult and you cannot type everything and it is not logic. So in this case you just type cd, the first letter of the directory name or the first zwei letter of the directory name, and after that you press tab on your keyboard and the name of the directory will be automatically da, and you can simply press enter and go to that directory. So with the use of tab on your keyboard. The last one is that, for example, you have a command but you don't know what this command does for you. How you can find it? For example, you have the cd command but you don't know what does it make. So you want to get information about this command. You type just cd space --help, and after that you press enter, and then you get information about this command. You see that here, change the shell working directory, change the current directory to dir. It means that with cd you can change any directory that you want. And the last one is exit. So if you want to close the terminal, of course you can easily click here and close the terminal, but if you don't want, you can also type exit and press enter. After that the terminal will be closed. So now I press enter and terminal will be closed. Okay guys, these are the basics the Linux commands that you must know. Thanks for watching.